Today I've got another guest on the channel. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, yeah, my name's Will Croft. I'm a full-time tennis coach, and I started reselling with Ev maybe about a year ago.
Yeah, about a year ago now.
I started a little bit before a year ago, just tried to dabble in it myself. Didn't take it too seriously. I've known you since you were young, so
Yeah,
I've
kind of seen ages.
Yeah, kind of seen you do it, and then kind of tried to do it a bit myself, but didn't have too much success, and ended up just knocking it on the head for a while.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that you were going to do the coaching, I kind of thought, oh, this is a good idea to invest in myself. When I'm tennis coaching through the winter months, it's not great when you're outside and it's cold and whatever. So I thought I'd take a punt on it, and it's been a great success from that.
Yeah. How long have I known you for? At least 15 years, probably.
Potentially most of your life.
And we hadn't spoken for years, and then obviously, that next time I spoke to you was you're like, oh, I want to join your coaching, and then we
yeah, definitely. It was
working together.
Yeah, well, I used to see you as a kid in church and whatever, but it's good to reconnect.
Yeah. So you said you were a tennis coach. Do you want to say a bit more about that?
Yeah, so I basically full-time tennis coach.
Tennis Wales, you can see.
Yeah, repping the
Big
badges.
time.
I do coaching for multiple clubs. I'm like their head coach, and I look after developing their programs. So you get more people coming to coaching. I do schools work. I do social media to try and get them to come, and then I actually do the physical coaching. Yeah. So I do that for 2 clubs, and then the better they do, the more I get paid, which is nice. And then I also look after wheelchair tennis, so I get the opportunity to travel a little bit with that. I go to different places in the UK and support Wales's best wheelchair players.
Yeah.
And that's the bit I'm heavily involved in. That's probably my niche, I would say.
Yeah.
And yeah, nobody else is doing it, so it's great for me to have all those experiences. I've met some cool people along the way.
Yeah. Were you happy? Are you happy in your job? Like, is that something you want to do forever? Were you happy where you're heading with it? So
yeah,
it's unique, and it's a bit different.
Yeah, it's a bit different. It has its ups and downs, like I say, with the weather and stuff. But I'm lucky to play indoors as well. I think I'm happy with my job. I love it. It's so much fun. You meet so many new people. You're not stuck in an office or anything like that. But sometimes, it rains one day and I don't get paid because I'm self-employed and stuff, so I don't get any income. So I was kind of looking for a way that maybe I could counterbalance that. But it is an enjoyable job. But looking towards the future, if I have my own family or kids in the future, I don't really want to be outside till 9 o'clock last night. I was outside in the rain with a coat on, sopping wet. And I don't really want that. I want to be there to have a life with my family, but also be able to still do the tennis coaching, because I still do enjoy the actual coaching part of it. So it's a fine balance.
Yeah, bit more freedom.
Yeah, exactly that.
But also it's your passion as well, tennis, and you enjoy doing it.
Yeah, it's the passion, but sometimes, like I say, when you're out late and you see all these different people, and you've got to be the happiest and the nicest person you possibly can be. You don't get a lot of time with, it's quite hard to make friends because you're getting people coming in, kids. You're coaching them, and some of them don't want to be there, and they're just getting sent by their family. But then the adults come in, and you're not making many friends. They're coming in for an hour and they're going again. So
true. Yeah.
It's quite hard to make a group of friends. And I think outside of that, when I'm doing the reselling, I see you a little bit more often. I see some other people out of the group as well. So it's quite nice to have that group of friendship as well.
Yeah, definitely. That's interesting. I never thought about that. Like I've never really asked you, I guess, if you got friends in work or like a circle of people. Obviously, you have friends and stuff, but it's not something you're like all day, every day chatting in, like in the office, for example. You might like in an office job, or like in a trades job. I know they have like their own like circles of friends and stuff. But I guess it's true. You have constant. I mean, in a day, you might have how many clients?
50 plus a day. So you see that there's ones you see a little bit more often. You make a bit more of a friendship with them, but still, at the end of the day, they're your clients. So it's quite hard barrier to overcome to go, oh, do you want to go out for a beer or something like that? It's like, you just don't do it. So it's, it's quite, not many people think of that.
That's something I was going to ask, because I think we've spoken about it before, but what's the demand like hours-wise? Because I know you said before, like, you're getting up early and you're finishing late.
Yeah, well,
you asked me to meet at 8 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, I might ask you to meet at 8.
Not a chance, mate.
Yeah, well, you work till silly late, and you text me at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm a goner by that point. So but true, demand is quite heavy in the summer. That's why the reselling, I would say, took a slight backseat. But literally 6 days a week, I'm working from like 8 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes 6:30 is my earliest finish, which is tonight. But 7, 9 o'clock last night. Friday is 8 o'clock. I don't go out on a Friday night with my mates or anything. I'm working late, so it is quite heavy. And sometimes you don't get any breaks in there. Like I said, with the Fridays, it's just flat with a half-hour break. So.
Yeah, and you've been doing it for a while now, haven't you?
Yeah. My body's accustomed to it, so I just do it. Yeah. But I still get the enjoyment out of actually coaching tennis. I do want people to get better, so I try and focus on those things when I'm thinking, wow, such a long day ahead.
Yeah, definitely. So you said you started reselling slightly before joining. What were you roughly in from reselling? Obviously, I imagine minimal, but if you can remember.
Couple £100. I remember I bought a bale offline somewhere that, I just took a punt on one. And it came with a load of coats, and I didn't have any sort of knowledge thing. It came with a load of coats right at the end of winter.
I remember this, yeah.
And like end of winter, you're not going to sell coats. And I was thinking, what is going on here? But that's where your knowledge and the group's knowledge came in. But yeah, probably a couple £100 tops.
Cool. Yeah. And then obviously you decided to join. Did you have any doubts? Not even about the coaching, but like reselling, just anything. Was there any doubts you had or uncertainties?
I think the doubts were probably having stock like I did last time and not selling it, and then I've just got it sitting there. I don't want it to sit there. That's kind of one of my own personal business models compared to maybe others. I want it to be in and out as fast as I possibly can, even if I have to cut the margin a little bit, just because of space. I still live at home, so I've not got my own space yet. But I think maybe the doubts a little bit was I'm going to invest heavily into it, either through the coaching or through buying stock. And what's my potential returns off that? Obviously, I've watched you from afar, and you've made good money out of it, so that kind of dampened the doubt a little bit, but it was still there in the back of my mind when I thought about it. In the summer, I bought a load of shorts, and I think maybe about a week ago, I thought, well, they're not going to sell now, if anything, for a couple of quid. So I stuck a couple up for a couple of quid, a couple of them sold. But also, I got to use what's around you. A couple of people asked if they want them, a few people bought them, put them on Facebook. As a big,
That's the thing,
as a bundle. I was like, 20 pairs of shorts here for like £1 each. I think I paid 50p for them or something like that. So
that's the thing, is about thinking smart.
I sat on a few things from last winter, and now I've just put them up again. They just sell straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you've got the space, I would advise potentially sit on them if they're good products.
Yeah.
I was talking about like a pair of Nike shorts that like I don't want to sit on them for next winter.
No.
Make minimal profit. I just
it's like one or two pairs. It's like you'd rather just get rid of them.
Exactly that.
Go fully into winter stock, then get rid of all your summer stock. But then what finally pushed you to take that leap then to start the coaching?
I think a conversation with you guys. I just had a nice conversation with them. They were quite encouraging, showed me some sort of results that you had at the time and some other clients had. And I think I'm in a lucky position because I've known you for so long. I've seen it work over a period of time.
Yeah, that's very true.
And maybe that's something that other guys don't get. I've seen you do it from, what were you, like 16 maybe?
15, 16 is when I started,
To what are you now? 20. So I've seen it work all over that time. And in my head, when I was thinking, invest this money or don't, I was thinking, well, it's got to be a no-brainer if he's still going at it. If you'd have quit at some point along the line, maybe I'd have gone, maybe not. But I think that was probably the bigger push. And like I said, the guys that I spoke to through that you employ and talk to us were great, really encouraging, and showed some results. So
Why did you choose reselling and not something else? Because obviously there's so many other businesses out there. People look at reselling as quite like a time-consuming business, but when you look at other, we were talking about them, when it's actually quite a viable option.
Yeah, I think I chose it purely because I like my clothes, I like my shoes.
Yeah.
Specifically the shoes.
You bought plenty of shoes off me.
Yeah, I know. But I think it's because if you do it the right way and you get your systems in place and you can employ somebody to take your photos or whatever, it is reasonably easy. I do get the occasional dead time for myself when I'm tennis coaching. If it rains for an hour, I literally just sit there and list.
Yeah.
It fills my time, and in my head I'm thinking I'm still earning money here, I'm not losing money. So it was quite easy to work around what I already do, whereas there's other things you've got to spend all day sitting on there. If you're doing trading or whatever, you've got to sit there and watch it go up and down and invest in there and pull it out and whatever. So that kind of, I haven't got the time to do it for extended.
Yeah, when you've got a job, it's a lot harder to do that,
Yeah, I needed something that was like dip in and out, which that kind of offered that to me. And, like I say, it's always nice to pick up a piece for yourself.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, to now, what results have you had along the way?
Well,
you're tied the show. I'm joking.
Some good results. We were just mentioning there that I've put some money down, hopefully on a house in the next week or so. So that would be nice to put some of the money that I've earned from reselling towards that.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate for treating yourself when you do well. So I bought some shoes.
Yeah.
What else have I done? I think
so. You got a nice white Beamer, but you've always had a white Beamer.
I always had that before.
That's not a new thing.
But I think it was the first week that we did a video before. First week I did like £1,000 in the first week.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh my days. Yeah, you're just like, where's this come from? Well,
yeah.
You're like, wow, it is this easy, isn't it? I was like, nah, trust me, mate.
Yeah, I think it was because in the middle of the winter. I would say winter is like the go-to time to do it because it's so easy to flip stuff that is heavy is going to sell for a little bit more, and then you're like, oh. I literally, when I did it for that first week, I was literally like, why have I not done this before?
Yeah.
So now that we're in, what was it, Q4, I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Like the last week or so has picked back up again a little bit more after summer because, like I said, I'm a bit touch on space, so I need more. You know, bought a new phone. But I bought loads of things, but like I say, the best part is the freedom to do it whenever I want.
Yeah, exactly.
I do employ somebody to do my photos now, so I don't have to do that.
You now obviously making more money,
Yeah.
which means in return you've got that money to employ someone. Obviously it might not be full time, but even just a little bit every now and then. And then obviously the idea is you keep scaling from there and you take someone on full time and you kind of take the back seat. But that's the thing, you could run this business now theoretically and still be a full time tennis coach.
Yeah,
Maybe not yet, but it'll take some time, but you'll get there, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the bit, like I say, I'm employing this person now to do my photos, but actually I could probably do it myself, but it'd be better money spent if this person did it. They just bang them out, they send me 10 every couple of days, I post them online, and then happy days. It takes me like 5 minutes to post them online. So just managing my time a bit more, but also, you know, you've got to spend time with the family, with your friends, with your partners, whatever. So I didn't want that. I think at the start I kind of was like coming home from work and then picturing them, posting them, packing them, doing this, doing that. So I kind of needed to restrict that a little bit to still you know, have the relationships with my family and other people, because otherwise sometimes it goes dissolve a little bit, in my personal opinion.
Yeah,
but
definitely. That's the thing, that small salary you pay to that person a month is far more worth it than, you know, losing time with your family and whatever. Especially early doors, like sometimes it is sleepless nights and working hard, not seeing your family for, you know, or friends for a few days. But it's in moments like this now when you've kind of reaped the rewards of it and you're like, you can now, you know, invest that money to free up a few hours in the evening with your family and stuff. And obviously you've got a nephew now as well, which is
exactly. Huge. Like, you know, this morning I saw him before coming here, you know.
What's he doing at this time?
Well, my mum has him at 8 o'clock on a Thursday.
Right.
Oh, my dad, 8 o'clock on a Thursday and 8 o'clock on a Tuesday.
No,
so.
that's good. Yeah.
But whereas when I first started, I would say if you're looking to get into it, you're going to have to graft for a couple months.
Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion, you're going to have to do the long hours, and then when 4 months, 5 months, 6 months come and you're seeing the money coming in,
100%.
Then you can start to, you know, do it efficiently in a better way.
Yeah, 100%.
I literally remember having the pile of clothes in my room. My mum was like, "What the heck is going on here?" Just boxes like this, and now I store them in efficient boxes where I can just get them out straight away, and it's easy.
Exactly. I think that's pretty much it. Last thing is just like, what would you say to someone who's on the fence right now about starting reselling, joining the coaching, like, What?
Well, it kind of depends when you put this out, but I say if you're on the fence now during winter...
Oh, I'll be out this week. I was going to say, you've hit the nail on the head, really.
Get on it, because this is a similar time that I did it, and like I said, I made £1,000 in the first week, and now that I'm seeing the money go up and up with the winter stock, so it is a bit of a graft in the summer, but in the winter is the best time to do it ever, and then, you know, you counterbalance in your money. Like, I had a good pot of money there, so summer didn't matter too much to me, especially if you've got another job as well, so I'm like... you know, killing two birds with one stone. But I say definitely go in there. There's so many good people in the group chat, and they offer so much advice. You know, rapid replies. I literally go off my phone for 10 minutes and then I come back on it and there's like 200 replies. You know, I read through some of them, but like if I needed a reply, you know, it's going to get answered straight away. You know, you're answering them. Dolty's all over it. You know, Dolty offers stock as well. You know, I must have bought a couple of boxes off him to sell, and you know, he offers good advice before you buy him as well. So. You know, you've got all the tools you need to get into it, and people who have probably been through the same experiences. Like you said, what do you do with winter stock? I didn't need to wait for you to reply. Like, I think it was Morgan Sutherland replied within about 5 minutes, saying just sit on it or sell it on Facebook. I was like, happy days.
Exactly. Just general day-to-day stuff. Like, you can get replies like that, and then obviously we'll have we had our one-to-one calls, and that's your time to like proper dive into strategy and all sorts of numbers and stuff like that. So you know, it's
learning as you go along as well. And those people have probably done it as well.
So if you heard what Will has said and you sound interested in it, click the link below. You can have a look at the testimonials. I think Will's is on there. A few other people's as well. So go have a look through the testimonials. There's no obligation to join. You can just apply. What have you got to lose? And like Will said, now is the best time to be doing it. So I appreciate you watching this video. Thanks, Will, for coming on. I appreciate it. And any questions, as always, just comment them below or drop me a message on Instagram. I'll put Will's Instagram and tennis page as well up on screen now. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.